Welcome to Tuper Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you everybody for coming in early. My guess is that the notifications are working just about as well as they always do, and forgive my sarcasm, but hopefully everybody can share out if you have the ability, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network. And then, of course, if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that greatly. Very happy that the how-to lady is in the house. I'm going to be featuring your channel next Friday, so I will likely reach out to you very soon about that, but it's good to have you here. Our featured channel for yesterday, Jewel in the Kitchen, is in the house, and today's featured channel is Holly's Hobby House. So I feature a channel on Tuper Chat every single day based on impact and generosity that I see within the community, and I know that Holly's Hobby House is out supporting other creators, probably more so than she's looking to be supported herself. And that's right in line with the mentality that we like to have here in the community of giving much more than we expect to receive. And for that reason, Holly's Hobby House is featured today. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel and push her a little bit farther. She's at 186 subscribers. We can certainly get her a lot closer to the 200 that we know must be on her mind right now. So again, thank you everybody for coming in so early. And we've got Andy Aceflaw1. He's here with us for every stream now. Adventures with Dan and Tracy. Good to see you here. Forgive me for not being sure if this is your first time with Tuper Chat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Emotion, thank you for coming in. Another generous supporter, happens to be a silver member's in the house. Khalid Delicious Food is here with us again. I don't know how you're here. I wonder what time it is where you are. My guess is that it's about 3 a.m. Kitty Mom Crochet is in the house. I'm happy that she's joining us. I'm going to be doing an interview with her on a segment of her channel, which she calls Channel Chat, and that will be this Wednesday. I will make sure that I put out community posts for that. It will be at noon Eastern time. Mark McEwen comes to us from Two Pineapples. Thank you for coming visiting us again. Our two most beloved moderators are here. They are two of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube, Michael's Adventures and Scratch and Pete PA. Mo's 6510 Models is here with us. Radical Productions is in the house. The How-To Lady is here, as I mentioned actually earlier. Thrill Seeks and Two Pineapples, another couple of our generous members are here. And Wolfsbane Explorations is back with us again. I did actually make it out for my first and second paranormal investigation this week as a tag along to a collaboration with another couple of creators. So hopefully we'll get some good activity out of that soon. Blood Dragoon, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully everybody is already doing well. And thank you so much, Khalid Delicious Food. Oh, Andy's got to work tomorrow? That's okay. I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here in Tuper Chat. There are 38 million channels, or even more now, on YouTube to choose from. And that's when you happen to be on YouTube. There's a billion other things you could be doing. So I appreciate every moment that you spend here. Hopefully you get some value and meet some new friends and family members for your channel. And again, the first channel that we're looking at today is Holly's Hobby House. And once again, that is for impact and generosity that I see within the community. And I've seen Holly's Hobby House out supporting other creators many times. So for that reason, she was featured today. And we feature a different channel every single day on Tuper Chat based on that generosity or impact or both that I see within the community. So hopefully, other than that, everybody is doing well. And usually I don't get to spinning the wheel quite so quickly. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Scratch and Pete PA on there right away. And yes, so maybe let's spin. And we'll see who is going to be the first channel to come in off the wheel today. I've been lucky to catch Blood Dragoon on several live streams. They live stream frequently, as a matter of fact. And we're going to look at Jewel in the Kitchen, our featured channel from yesterday, ironically. With 1,530 or so subscribers, I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther on the road towards the 1,600 that we know she's thinking about. And it's nice to see so many familiar faces in the house today. So hopefully everybody, like I said, is doing okay. Hopefully everybody is... I wonder what the weather's like where everybody is right now. We have a gorgeous day. It's kind of cold around the Niagara Falls area in Ontario, Canada. But it is very nice out. Two pineapples keeping the music going for us while we spin that wheel. And I wonder if I'm going to be able to ever figure some kind of a way to rig either another wheel or something like that to have that music playing in the background. Trissa, thank you for coming in. Always good to see you here. So thank you for coming back in. The Purge obviously hit everybody yesterday again. Tuper Chat was, when I looked at the analytics, said we lost 4 subscribers yesterday. But we always gain subscribers, at least on the days that we live stream. So what it means when you look at your analytics and you see how many you gained or you lost, that's a sum for the day. So it takes your gains and your losses, equals them out, and that's the number that you get. So most of the numbers in our analytics are always estimates, and they fluctuate a lot. Oh, Mo 6510 Models has terrible weather today. Oh dear, lots of storms. Radical Productions, good to see you here. Sunny for you, very good. And then hopefully everybody other than that is having a good day as well. EC Emily, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Rockstar Richie, good to see you here. Thank you for coming back in. And let's... Gonna quit bragging how many I lost, says Michael's Adventures, yeah. And check on Social Blade. Thrill Seeks. Social Blade is another free website. It's similar to what you expect from TubeBuddy or vidIQ or these other popular things, and it has a couple of neat features, like it can give you a prediction as to how many views or how many subscribers you will have in the future, and then as well it gives you a real-time subscriber count. So usually takes a couple minutes to kick in and get working, but a lot of you have seen that on other live streams, where rather than put up a channel right onto the screen the way I do here, you might have a live stream host that will just put up a few tiles with the numbers just to show you how many subscribers somebody has. We do that occasionally, especially if somebody's really close, like at 980 or 990. I might put that up so that we can watch them actually hit the 1,000. And then thank you, Mark McEwen. He joined me earlier today on my personal channel where I did an outdoor live stream. And like I said, it was cold out, but the weather was otherwise gorgeous. No clouds in the sky and this and that. And we're able to walk around a very beautiful area. So thank you for joining me for that. Oh, the rank, Thrill Seeks. Even when you look on Social Blade at some of the biggest YouTubers and you look at their rank, it's still B, you know, or C or B minus. And I think that, I don't really know how they're calculating that over there, but I wouldn't put too much weight behind it. Let's spin the wheel and we'll see what channel we're going to have come up next. Once again, this is Jewel in the Kitchen. That was our featured channel for yesterday. Holly's Hobby House is our featured channel for today. And with us in the chat is Kitty Mom Crochet. She'll be featured soon enough, you know that. Norfolk Dashcam is coming up. There is my love, Kristen Welton. She is in the chat always as a member and a moderator. The how-to lady's getting used to the shenanigans. Yeah, it's been extreme for the last several months. Ever since about September the 14th or 15th, They really started being aggressive. What used to happen is they would do one big purge every 3 months or so. And I've done other live streams specifically about that. And then now they just, it's a common thing and there's no real rhyme or reason. We can't pin it down to days or dates or anything like that. Shutterbug Infinity, good to see you here, and thank you for the thumbs up. I'm always good. Hopefully you are too. Kira Welton, my BFF forever, is in the house as well as a moderator. And thank you both for coming in. Let's get actually. And because a lot of times I make the moderators wait, you know, most often until the second half of the live stream, but just in the effort of mixing it up, sometimes I want to move things around, so we'll get our moderators on right away. Norfolk Dashcam is here with 692, so they're getting very, very close to the 700. There's ProTech Sports Network. They are now monetized. That is a creator. For some of you, you will remember they have been featured twice in the last couple of months, actually, both with ProTech Sports Network, which now is monetized. They just did their monetization celebration 2 hours ago. And then as well, they have a channel called ALOT, which has also been featured on Tuper Chat. And the reason why, again, is always because of impact and generosity that I see within the community. And ProTech Sports Network not only is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but always has dynamic content on both of his channels. He's always got engaging conversation, whether it's sports related on ProTech Sports Network, or a little bit more personal stuff. Sometimes we hear stories and things like that from the creator's life on ALOT, so I hope everybody will rally around them. The notorious Big Broth, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Your name took me by surprise, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time and meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So right away, look at that luck. As soon as we put Kira Welton on the wheel, she comes right up. And in the chat, you will see both Kristen Welton and Kira Welton. Obviously, Kira is Kristen's daughter, and that makes her my BFF forever. She has her own channel doing her own thing. She's been very busy with school for the last couple of months, but we're hoping to get some regular posting done from her again, not to mention live streaming. She's got a lot of variety on her channel, including lifestyle videos, unboxings, and some video game live streaming. There's even a couple of flight lessons there, which is interesting to see. Khalid Delicious Food is talking about swapping playlists. So if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then just please simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. It is the one legitimate thing we can do to start pumping our hours up, but the other benefits, and the reason why I push it so much, is because when somebody runs a playlist for you, they are essentially running 100% of the time of every single video in that playlist, which can pump your averages up slightly. And then as well, it's a great way to trade favors with somebody and get a friendship started, and that's the truth about where your solid and strong foundation for your channel really comes from. And then Andy Ace Flaw 1 says Tampa Bay's playing soon. I don't follow sports as much as obviously ProTech Sports Network and a lot of other people will. I'm kind of a bandwagon fan. When the Toronto Maple Leafs make the playoffs, I start paying attention. But other than that, I'm not able to hold up my end of the cocktail party conversation when it comes to sports in most cases, but that's okay. Faith's World, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. It's good to see you back. Let's spin the wheel and we will get to our next channel. And ThrillSeeks has got a lot of playlists running. They're very aggressive about swapping playlists right now. So again, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists, just please simply say so in the chat, and other creators should reach out to you. And like I keep saying, everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Here's ThrillSeeks right now. Shannon Alex, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Here's ThrillSeeks. We were just talking about them right now. And, you know, one of the things that we talk about is the idea of, you know, someday being able to possibly collaborate in real life. That would be interesting. You have to forgive my distraction. I've got a cat running wild through the apartment right now. And in Canada, we have a massive theme park called, well, I shouldn't say massive. It's big in my eyes, but it's Canada's Wonderland is Canada's largest theme park. There's lots of roller coasters and things like that. Some really fantastic stuff, as a matter of fact. And that's the kind of thing that you'll see a lot of on ThrillSeeks' channel. Not Canada's Wonderland itself, but many theme parks, many rides. And I find the content to be engaging because even if you're the kind of person who goes to a theme park and, you know, doesn't necessarily enjoy going on rides, you probably enjoy watching people have fun on the rides. And I'm getting to that point as well. When I was much younger, I might go on every roller coaster that I saw, whereas now I leave the biggest ones alone. So if unless it's going to be a collaboration, I'm not going to easily get on any of those. But our theme park is hoping to be opening in a couple of months, and if it does, I'm hoping to get over there and do some live streaming. So let's think about spinning the wheel. And I'm going to get you to pardon me for 1 second, and I'll be right back. And so we'll look at Kristen Welton when we get back. I usually don't get too distracted by that, but one of the cats is literally like tearing around the room, which is fine, except that I've got, you know, all my cables and wires and stuff like that, and I don't want them to hit anything while we're doing this, so I wanted to try to settle them down a little bit. So we're going to look at Kristen Welton right now, and I will get to adding some names to the wheel shortly. I should take a moment to ask everybody again, if you have the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, of course, I'll appreciate it greatly. Helps get more people in here, and it's great for the algorithm, as you can imagine. And then as well, if you haven't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that also. So thank you very much for those of you who have Cooking with Miss Brown. It's good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And Cooking with Miss Brown is also willing to swap playlists. So Kristen Welton is willing as well, so am I. It's still a benefit to monetize channels, as you can imagine. So Holly's Hobby House is joining in the music with 2 pineapples. So hopefully everybody will rally around Kristen and connect with her channel if you haven't already. She is willing to swap playlists, and then as well, she does the featured channels collaboration, as you can see on her front page. And I talk about this all the time because when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to your audience and the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. And then if you have featured Tuper Chat on your front page, as Kristen has here, then just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. And then Dragon Rider XD5, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I believe this is your first time with Tuper Chat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. Two Pineapples is willing to swap playlists, and many other creators here in the chat are willing as well. Little Frenchie in Big Texas is another recently featured channel from Tuper Chat. Thank you for coming in. Life with Adrienne XO is here. Thanks for coming in. She's willing to swap playlists as well. Catch her on Instagram. And like I said, everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. The only thing I ever ask is that you make the arrangements one at a time. That's what I mean by individually. And the reason why is because, like I said, I push it so much because it gives you the opportunity to trade favors with somebody and get a friendship started. And that's where a really strong and solid foundation comes for your channel. Because imagine a life where you have 100 true friends. And I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers. I'm talking about 100 people who you keep in contact with, who really care about your success, about your channel, who always give you views, always gives you comments, always gives you likes, and the other things we need as growing YouTubers. Wouldn't it be wonderful so that every time you put a video out, you've got a head start of 100 interactions? That would be wonderful. Somebody who's on the way to that very mentality is Scratchppa right here. As a matter of fact, our beloved moderator and one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube. He's building quite a name for himself with well, it's not that I want to say only 356 subscribers. I say the word only because I expect big things from Scratch and Pete, but if you've had a chance, or if you do soon have a chance to hit a premiere from Scratch and Pete PA, you will be impressed. I'll tell you right away with the number of people that end up showing up with that subscriber count. Often I don't even recommend to creators to do premieres until they have 500 subscribers, because I know what it's like to run a premiere and have nobody show up, and I've seen other creators do it. Sometimes, some of you may have done it, some of you have been in places where somebody's doing a live stream or a premiere and it's just you and them talking, and Scratch and Pete PA has built something up that is far from that. So with the supportiveness he gives to other creators, he's always there. Every time I'm out trying to support other creators, he's always there. And for that reason, he's got his own dedicated and loyal community around him. So as well, I always talk about this, but he's got a very interesting series of videos that come out every Tuesday. Sometimes he premieres, sometimes he just releases, but you're able to vote on the content of those videos and be a part of it. And you could do that by following him not only on YouTube, but then following on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And that's where he allows everybody to vote. Jackdawson, thank you for coming in, my dear friend, and thank you for your generous super chat again. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we'll look at your channel next before I start spinning the wheel. Diana Brienne Fairchild, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for the share. Hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat, but it looks like everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members, which is great. The Inspired Empowered Mama, thank you for coming in. And let's look at Jackdawson right now. Oh, there you are. I didn't see you when you first came in. Jackdawson is always playing with the custom emojis, and he's willing to swap playlists as well. Now, when I look for this channel, I always look for MLB The Show. And the reason why is because Jackdawson does a lot of video gameplay live streams. And this is one of the video games that I caught him playing when I first started following Jackdawson. And I've been able to catch him on many live streams now. And he does play different games, but the name Jackdawson is so unbelievably popular because of the movie Titanic. So when we search for Jackdawson, we got to add a little bit extra in there to make sure we've got the right channel. You want to make sure you get the right avatar while you're searching as well. And then with 1,650 or so subscribers, we're going to push him a little bit farther on the road towards the 1,700 that we know that he is looking towards, and he's an interesting host to interact with when you can catch him on a live stream. And I think he live streams daily, as a matter of fact, it seems it, right? And what happens is he's able to play the game, you know, and he knows his games very well, of course. He commentates so that in the chat you know exactly what's happening. And then as well, he keeps up with the chat. So it's really entertaining to see, and I always have a good time hanging out with him. Thank you so much, Khalid Delicious Food, for 1,000,000 thumbs up again. I really do appreciate that, of course. It really does help. And then, yeah, Jackdawson does a lot of streaming, a lot. His Word, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Inspiring Charm, it's good to see you back in the chat as well. Very good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate it greatly. Hopefully everybody's always giving thumbs up when they're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a second. It really does help. Even I have to be reminded to give a thumbs up when I'm on the phone from time to time. So let's spin. We'll get one more channel up on the screen, and then I will add some names from my Bottissimo list and see who's going to be coming up next. We're going to look at Just Vlogging Life. This happens to be a gold member, so they get a guaranteed feature of some sort every single day, including those slides you see at the beginning, middle, and end of the stream, as well as their link is dropped every 30 minutes or so by Nightbot, as we will soon see. Along with Artfully Blind with Diana. There you go, as a matter of fact. Artfully Blind with Diana's already on the wheel today too, but she is here in the chat with us. Just Vlogging Life has 464 subscribers. We actually rated a premiere from them last night. So thank you everybody who was here yesterday and joined us for that. It's always wonderful when we can give some of our community members some support that way. Oh, Inspiring Charm, yes. Happy Saturday. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, the How-To Lady, so much for your positivity and kind words in the chat always. Let me see what I can do about getting a couple names onto the wheel here before I start spinning again. We are going to look at the How-To Lady and Andy from Ace Flaw 1. Andy's been connected to me for probably a year now. He's been with me on my personal channel since before Tuper Chat existed. He was with me for the Playlist Buddies experiments I was doing before we started Tuper Chat. Coping with Yarn, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome also. And once again, this is Just Vlogging Life. So with 464 subscribers, hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther. And then Coping with Yarn, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then let's think about spinning. And pardon me while I just drop a message in the chat here for Khalid Delicious Food, and thank you for asking. I actually have stream elements set that it will drop the link to my personal channel every, I don't know if it's half hour or how often it is. It rolls through all the messages one by one, so for those of you who live stream or are thinking about it, you can use these robots like I use Bottissimo, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Nightbot to do some of the work for you so you can make it a little bit easier on your moderators. Here's Emotion. Now when I look for this channel, I always type in Emotion New Soul R&B. And here it is right here. So one of their videos literally is called Welcome to Emotion, New Soul R&B. So this is a music channel, obviously, and a dear friend of Tuper Chat now. They're here with us for almost every live stream, so hopefully everybody will rally around them. They've got 249 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them over 250 today and get them rolling on their road. They are about halfway to 300 right now. And other than that, hopefully everybody is doing okay in the chat. I'm meeting new friends and family members. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. I don't think so. If you mention something that you wanted me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, and it'll help me see it a little bit easier. I didn't mean to spin the wheel so fast, so we're not going to hop out just yet, but the next channel we'll look at will be Two Pineapples, who happens to be another silver member. They've actually got dual live streams going, I think right now, as a matter of fact. They've got a 24-hour server happening, and now I think they've added a second one. And as well, they do some live streaming out on the road, which they did this morning, and therefore gave me the little bit of a, you want to call it motivation, but it's really just a kick in the butt to say, hey, you got a nice day out there. Get out there and stream. Now, I know not everybody goes out and does outdoor live streaming, but if you do, you know, we all need motivation. Even I do sometimes. You know, I can find myself just sitting behind the computer and doing busy work instead of going and taking the opportunity to catch a great day and catch a great opportunity. But you know, I was with them in their live stream this morning, and I found that motivating enough to give me the extra push that I needed to say, let's go, let's get it done. Princess Beyond Passions, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, I think my thing is going to glitch again. I don't know what was wrong with this the other day. It glitched right out. I'll just turn it off. And I'm going to have to do something about sorting that out. So, you know, one of the things about live streaming as well, now I happen to be on a Mac and I'm using Streamlabs, which is not in beta. It's officially released, but it is not 100% stable just yet. They're not on version 1 yet. They're on 0 point something. And there's glitches, so I don't know what happened, but it just destroyed our stream boss yesterday. And has been flying through with all kinds of nonsense. So I'll have to reset that, but these are the struggles we all go through, right? Two Pineapples, like I said, has got dual live streams going right now. These are both 24-hour live streams that you can check out on their channel anytime. They are fully monetized, but they're willing to swap playlists. So they've got their join button there, and you can sign up for a membership. And they've got lots of engaging content, and then they've always got the they've always got engaging conversation going in their chat. They have a loyal and dedicated community building around them. And for those of you who are keeping score, they've built up this almost 1,500 subscribers in just a few months. So they are just racing along. And hopefully everybody will rally around them. We'll push them a little bit farther. They're at, 1470 right now. They'll have 1,500 anytime. Miners Act 123, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then Wolfsbane Explorations. Yeah, live streaming can really help, because the way that I describe to everybody all the time is you potentially have 2 audiences with any channel. Now, I know some channels lend themselves to live streaming and not videos. Other channels lend themselves to videos without live streaming, and that's fine. But if you are a the creator behind a channel that can support both for your community, that can complement each other, then you really have 2 audiences, because there are some people who enjoy watching live streams and don't watch a lot of videos. There are some people who watch videos and don't like live streams, and there are some people who like both. So when you think about that, if you do only one or the other, you could be losing out on opportunity to catch another whole segment of your audience. You might even be able to grow by about a third. So that's just information that I tend to share based on my own experience and what I see and what's shared with me with other people. I'm not even saying I'm right. I'm saying it's a way of looking at it, but it's something to think about, right? So it's a consideration. Two Pineapples does a great job of both live streaming. So like I said, they've got these 24-hour servers running where they're live streaming dual right now. Plus they go out on the road and live stream while they film and then post videos. So they are just doing a spectacular job of, they've got their toes in every pool available there. So hopefully everybody otherwise is doing okay. One more time, I'll ask everybody if you have the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network. Of course, I'll appreciate it. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that. As a matter of fact, we lost one of our thumbs down already, so that's interesting. I wonder if we changed somebody's opinion or if that's YouTube just wiping it out. One of the funny things about those things, you know, the Purge always seems like it's working against us because we talk about this, we lose subscribers, watch time, likes, views, drives everybody bananas, right? But on the good side of it, the algorithm can sometimes work in your favor. So when you get these people who make like fake accounts and come around and hammer you with thumbs down and stuff like that, those will disappear too. Usually about 24 hours later. So, you know, once in a while you'll see somebody unfortunately have a bad spell and start getting hammered for a few live streams or whatever. But it usually passes without, you know, taking too long. And then, like I said, the algorithm can work in your favor. YouTube knows when people are either using fake accounts or if they're the kind of account that goes around just being negative all the time. The algorithm is way smarter than we think it is. I promise you that. What, YouTube secretly liking? Maybe, yeah. And then, yeah, all I wish to do here in Tuper Chat, I mean, this is a meeting place where we can all collaborate with each other and hopefully you'll gain some true friends, not just followers, that will truly support you, not just in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years, and we see that all the time. But while we're here, I just love the idea of sharing information and hopefully discussing it between us all within the chat here so that everybody can benefit and then make better decisions for their channels, myself included. Oh, Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'll get some more channels onto the wheel in a moment. We're looking at the How To Lady. This channel will be featured actually this Friday. And I always feature a channel based on impact and generosity that I see within the community. And you can't help but notice the positivity that the How To Lady spreads throughout our chat here. And then as well, you know, you can tell by the channel that there's much to be learned from this creator as well as entertained and inspired by. So for those reasons, we're going to have a better look at this channel on Friday. I always feature a different channel every single day, and we give them at least the first 5 minutes, if not a little bit longer, of the live stream. Today's featured channel is Holly's Hobby House, who's a very much supportive creator, loyal and dedicated, of course, and for that reason, they've been featured today. Tip God, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house and everybody here is willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Priscilla XO, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome also. And like I said, there are a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody here is willing to connect. So again, please don't be shy. If you don't mind reading those instructions in our video description, it kind of goes over the whole process here, how you can maximize your time and get the best number of new friends and family members, true, loyal, and dedicated supporters for your channel as possible. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up, and I will get some more names on the wheel. I'm a little bit behind with that. And then thank you so much, Priscilla. Ace Flaw 1, this is Andy, and this is a channel we've been seeing every day lately. He's been able to be back in the live streams every single day. This is a creator I've been connected to personally, as well as here on Tuper Chat for a year now. And Andy from AceFlaw1 was with me before Tuper Chat started while I was experimenting with different playlists, ideas, and things like that, and has been with Tuper Chat from the beginning. So hopefully everybody will rally around him. With 3,200 subscribers, we can certainly push them, get that locked in for them, and get them moving on the road to 3,300. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. And as soon as I open my mouth about losing a thumbs down, another one came back. So that's knock on wood, and don't jinx yourself, right? I'm just looking through my list over here so I can add a couple more names to the wheel. And we will get a couple more channels ready to go. Radical Productions is with us. And Kitty Mom Crochet. Let's have a look at what you've got going on. We will put Wolfsbane Explorations up. They are aggressively working on their channel. And we will look at my dear friend Khalid Delicious Food, who always has pleasant things to say in the chat. And we will spin, and we'll get another channel up. Coping with Yarn. Let me give you a quick message. And I just put in, if you don't mind. And then Wolfsbane Explorations, I'm just going to ask you to take it easy with the self-promotion. We don't really ask a lot of, can you help me, right? The idea here is that we want to support other creators, knowing that by doing that, they will be coming back to you and they will be supporting you. The idea here is we're not just after subscribers, we're after people who are going to come back to our channel again and again and again to support you over and over. And along with that will come subscribers. Tellard Maid, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC is back in the house. That's another previously featured channel from Tuper Chat. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we will look at your channel right after we get Khalid Delicious Food up onto the screen. I have to get you to pardon me for 1 second. I will be right back. For God's sake, here we go. I muted myself again. I'm so sorry. Thank you, everybody, for reminding me. What a long speech I just went through. You know, I was talking to two pineapples this week, and they said, Kevin, you should put a note on your computer. And one of the things that the note on the computer should say is the mic on? The thing has a green light on it. and when I mute it, it turns red. So I should be able to see, but anyway, all right, for the 100th time, we're back in action. So thank you, everybody, for your patience with that. I lost my whole train of thought on my speech, but that's okay. Thank you, Priscilla, for the kind words. And we're looking at Khalid Delicious Food. This is somebody who always spreads positivity through the chat. And as a matter of fact, I'm forgetting to even say anything. Khalid Delicious Food is going to be our featured channel for Monday. So we feature a different channel every single day on Tuper Chat, and Khalid Delicious Food will be featured on Monday. Mr. Plush Vids, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And same thing for Just Saying with TD. Thank you for coming in. If you don't mind taking a moment just to read our video description, you'll find our instructions there to tell you how everything works and how you can maximize your time here and meet the the biggest number of new friends and family members for your channel if you take your time and meet people one by one. If that's what you would like, of course. And yes, Mr. Plush Vids, thank you so much. I feel like I've seen your channel before, but I could be wrong. Maybe we met outside and you're here for the first time. So the next channel that we are going to look at is Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC. Thank you one more time for that super chat. I really do appreciate it. Let's get you up onto the screen and see what you've got going on for us today. And there goes our stream boss glitching and everything again. Oh, no, it's not. It's not glitching. I thought it was glitching because it was having problems yesterday. Emotion, thank you so much for your generous super chat again for the second time today. He actually joined me on my personal channel for a live stream earlier, but thank you for that. He's an unbelievably loyal, dedicated, and generous supporter, so I hope everybody will rally around Emotion. Yes, maybe I should put a siren on the mic or something to improve my situation here, but that's okay. Tip God, hopefully you're doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Well, the how-to lady, the funny thing, when I talked to Two Pineapples about this, we're joking because the truth is, you want, when you're live streaming and when you're creating content and things like that, we all wish everything would be perfect, right? You don't have to be a perfectionist for that. You don't want to make mistakes, probably get upset when you do and this and that. But you have to just laugh it off, because the funny thing is now, like Tuper Chat, for instance, has 170 live streams. So does it matter if I've even forgotten to turn the mic off 10 times? Because there's 160 live streams where I didn't, so it doesn't matter, right? And that's one way of looking at it. I just bring that up because it's a way of thinking about it. Almost everybody eventually makes a mistake of some sort. And Shards of Gaming, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I hope you're doing a little bit better. Not being too fantastic, but hopefully you'll do what you need to get better and improve quickly. And there you go. Yeah, Priscilla XO has the same idea that we're talking about there. Put a note to remind yourself. I just have to be a little bit... I do it usually when I do those very quick. Like, I need to pardon myself for a quick second. I just shut the camera off and then turn it back on. I got to remember a little bit better. But that's an idea. I will make a note for myself actually right now. I still make notes on pen and paper, so that I can remember to do that for tomorrow. I think we even have sticky notes right beside the computer here. And then hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, thank you one more time for your super chat. With 277 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. She was recently featured on Tuper Chat as well, and we'll get her rolling towards the 300 that we know that she is thinking about right now. The next channel that we're going to look at for the same reason is Emotion. Did we look at Emotion already? I think we did, right? Yeah, because I had them on the wheel. But I will just show you one more time quickly before I spin. I don't usually put channels up twice, but that's okay. We'll do it for a second. You see how I type in Emotion New Soul R&B here? This is how I find this channel the easiest. Their videos come up first, and then you can get to their channel right from there. And again, they're a generous and loyal and dedicated supporter. John H. Shelton, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Oh, you've been doing some Twitch streaming? Very, very cool. It's interesting to be experimenting on different platforms and with different things. Not all content is going to be useful to other places. Like, you know, I'm not going to restream Tuper Chat out to Facebook or Twitch or anywhere else, because we're YouTube central here, right? Or YouTube centric is probably what I mean to say. Wolfsbane Explorations has 532 subscribers. This is a relatively new channel to Tuper Chat. They just found us in the last couple of weeks, but have already started to reach out with ideas of helping other creators, including an Instagram group and this and that. And it's always nice to see creators that are willing to help others. You know, that's, like I keep saying, the mentality is we hope to give much more than we expect to receive, knowing that it ends up coming back anyway. As you can see as well, they are doing the featured channels collaboration, and I talk about this all the time. It shows generosity in its own way, but there's a lot of benefit here. So when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. And then if you have featured Tuper Chat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that all the time. Grandma's Adventures with Diana Brianne Fairchild, thank you for coming in with your another account. On her main account, she's actually got thousands of subscribers. Oh, I see, you just had to reset. That's cool, no sweat. And then, hopefully, other than that, everybody is doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. I will get a couple of more names onto the wheel here before I continue spinning. Little Frenchie in Big Texas is reaching out to swap playlists. So if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. So let's have a look. Little Frenchie in Big Texas, did I not put you on the wheel already? That's another recently featured channel from Tuper Chat. Radical Productions is there. Kitty Mom's Crochet. Is his word still with us? I wonder. Okay, well, I'll wait a quick second. And I'll add a couple more names in another moment. And look at that luck again. As soon as I put Little Frenchie and Big Texas on the wheel, they come right up. So we'll have a look at the channel right now. The other thing, hopefully everybody will keep in mind, is to always be patient with each other, particularly here in this chat. And the reason why is because my analytics tell me that it could be as many as 60 or 70% of the people who come to Tuper Chat are on a phone. So what that means is that when they're out supporting other creators, they actually have to leave this chat to go to their channel, watch a 3, 4, 5, 6 minute video, and then come back. So it's a great idea always to get a conversation going with somebody first of all, so that you can feel them out first of all as to whether they might be genuine as a supporter, and then as well when it comes to playlists and things like that. Holly's Hobby House is our featured channel for today, she's still hanging out with us, so hopefully everybody will rally around her. Inspiring Charm is also a previously featured channel. And like I keep saying, I feature a different channel on Tuper Chat every single day based on impact and generosity that I see within the community. So that even when I'm not live streaming, you have well over 150 opportunities to meet other generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for your own channel. We feature our channels on all of our social networks, including Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as well as Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have all seen. And, you know, I can't live stream 24 hours a day, of course. Who could, right? Tuper Chat runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We change the time so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then, like I said, I just want you to be growing your channel still while we're not live streaming. The best idea for me is for everybody to get everything they want out of YouTube. And for most of us, monetization is a part of that. But what will happen is as you gain subscribers, let's say you get 1,000 and 2,000 and 3,000, other newer creators are going to start asking you how you did it and asking for your advice. And I hope you'll always be willing to help those who come after us. But in the meantime, hopefully as well, you'll say that Tuper Chat is one of the channels that you will suggest that they follow, and then Tuper Chat will continue to grow as it does. So let's spin and we'll get another channel up here. The how-to lady says the phone is the worst. It's a lot more convenient to be doing all this stuff on a computer if you can. Yes, it makes it easier to @mention people. That's why I don't ask anybody to @mention me, because Tuper Chat Connect and Grow is way too long of a name to be typing out with an @ symbol and all that, because you have to do it perfectly, right? We're going to look at Kitty Mom Crochet right now, but Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has just walked in, so we're going to get them right onto the wheel. And Kitty Mom Crochet, oh, I want to show you before I actually flip here. So you see she's got a lot of live streams scheduled out already, and one of them is right here. So this Wednesday, the 17th, is going to be at noon Eastern, an interview between myself and Kitty Mom Crochet. My guess is it's going to turn into a lot more of a friendly conversation than anything else, but she's doing a segment on her channel called Channel Chat, where she'll feature different creators of different kinds, and I've been lucky enough to be asked, so I'm happy to do that. I've been lucky to do a handful of different interviews on different channels. I'm always happy to do it, and I'm sure we will both share some experience with her audience while we're there. So hopefully everybody will rally around Kitty Mom Crochet. With 158 subscribers, we'd love to push her a little bit farther as well, probably over 160 today, and a little bit closer on her road to 200. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is another creator that has two channels, and I'm always happy to have any creators with more than one channel come in. The only thing I ever ask is that everybody treats them separately, but Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is a perfect example of how that's done. He'll often come in with the other channel, Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream, and it's very obvious that they're both his channels, but he does treat them separately and then grows them both organically, as we all do. Auntie Mama's Kitchen, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. That's another extremely supportive creator. I run into Auntie Mama's Kitchen in other live streams all the time. So it's great to have you here. And then thank you so much, Kitty Mom Crochet. Hopefully the collaboration that we're talking about results in some exposure for both of us, and hopefully you'll gain some more friends and family members while you're here. And then hopefully we'll have an entertaining conversation, so your audience will be happy. Most 6510 models just has one channel for now, and that's okay. Even I struggle. You know, half of when I talk about earlier today, I went out and did an outdoor live stream on my personal channel. I am way behind in posting videos. So while I sit up here for 2.5 hours a day telling everybody that they got to post at least a video a week, I'm behind. Now, I run other channels, so I post what got to a moment there to be almost 10 videos a week, I think it was, between the different channels that I run. We've slowed down now. But even I get behind, you know, life gets in the way for everybody. So that's the other half of the reason why I went out and did a live stream today, because I'm like, at least it's content. At least I've got something. And one of the benefits to live streaming, for those of you who are thinking about doing it but haven't done it yet, when you produce a video, let's say even a 10-minute video, takes me most often 2 hours to produce from beginning to end, even if it's a fairly simple video. And I don't do any spectacular special effects or anything like that. There are plenty of creators that come through the Tuper Chat community who blow my editing skills away. Now, I do it on purpose because the videos that I produce are just meant to be good enough, and it's fine, right? But it can take that long. Whereas to do a 1 hour live stream can take far less than 2 hours from beginning to end, including doing your tags, description, and thumbnail. So that's one of the reasons I like live streaming as well. The Tyler Show, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then there you go. Wow, Diana Brienne Fairchild. Now that's a creator with thousands of subscribers, but she has over 3,500 videos. That's interesting. That is a lot of work. I have produced probably over 500 videos now, probably well over. I don't think I've done 1,000 yet, and that's over between 4 and 5 years. I lost count. I think we're coming up on 5 years being on YouTube, but it could be 4. I'll have to look back and see. Auntie Mama's Kitchen, thank you for the share, and thank you anybody who has been able to share out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network. I really do appreciate it. It helps, and sharing does wonders for the YouTube algorithm, of course, right? It knows what videos are being shared and what creators are being shared and stuff like that, so that really helps. And then as well, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream as well, so I'll appreciate those. And then yeah, Thrill Seeks brings up something that just gives me an excuse to get into another topic. A lot of times now, anybody can reach out to me anytime on Instagram or any other social network. I'm on most of them, but Instagram seems to be the most active lately. And I'm always happy to talk anything YouTube. It doesn't have to be a question. If you have information you want to share, I'm happy to do that as well. And I love learning from creators of all sizes every single day. But one of the things we can think about, you know, I've heard from a few creators already about the idea of, you know, I wish I could quit my job and I wish I could work on YouTube full time. And it's, you know, and a great aspiration, right? Like, now I hope that everybody always gets what they want out of YouTube eventually. But it can take a little while. Now, it's not a race. It's nobody's, you know, business how fast or slow your channel is going to grow. You want to do what you want to do. We probably all wish it would grow faster. It doesn't matter. But the idea is, if you are looking at the idea of replacing a full-time job or source of income with YouTube, an idea might be to continue on the path you're already on. Keep YouTube as part-time, start building it up, get the extra income rolling in before even leaving. You know, I do the same thing, and I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just, you know, meaning to tell a story. But for instance, most of you don't know that I work construction in the better months of the year. So about 9 months a year, from April, which is coming up, right through to Christmas. I'm out with construction boots and picks and shovels, and somebody like Scratch and PPA has seen me a million times in live streams on the work channel that goes along with the work that I do, running a small heavy equipment loader, and then for those of you who don't know what that is, like a little bulldozer type thing. And then as well, you know, just doing manual labor. Not that that matters. It's just a job, right? There's a million jobs out there, lots of other things that people do. But if you could build up YouTube as a business on the side, but still have your full-time gig, you may be able to wean your way off which is something like I'm doing right now. So now I only have to work 3 days a week at that construction gig because the rest of the work helps, and I run channels for other people, so YouTube happens to be half of my full-time job as it is for other people anyway. It's a thought. The other thing too on that note and in that story is that if there are things you enjoy doing regarding your YouTube channel, whether it's producing videos or running the channel or doing tags and thumbnails and all that other stuff, you can easily find people to pay you to do that. I started on YouTube by running channels for other people long before I ever even started my own, probably 2 years before I really got moving on my own channels. So that's something to think about. Mr. Fulton Mraz, thank you so much for your membership. For that reason, we will have a look at your channel next. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I got into a very, very long speech. Ella T, thank you for coming in. And if anybody has mentioned anything that they wanted me to see, like a question or a comment, then just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up at the beginning. It'll help me see it just a little bit easier. And the Tyler Show just spent 3 hours editing a very short YT short video. Yeah, it's understandable. It can take that long. It is a lot of work for everybody. But like I said, if you have things that you enjoy doing, it's very easy to get paid by other people to do those things as well. And this is why I'm able to do what I do. That affords me the time to build Tuper Chat and my other channels up, because half of my full-time gig now is working on YouTube channels for other people, and then 3 days a week I will be out this year again doing construction. And I considered 2 years ago dropping down to 4 days a week, but I didn't. I stayed 5 days a week working. This year I could have dropped down to 2 days a week working, but I decided no, I'm going to tough it out. I'm going to work 1 more year, 3 days a week, because why not be that much more comfortable, if you want to put it that way. So Radical Productions does a lot of nonprofit type work where they are helping people in the community. I hope everybody will have a look at their channel if you haven't already. They've been with us for a long, long time. And with 4,500 subscribers, they are just experiencing some seriously rapid organic growth right now. So there's much to be learned from these creators, as well as entertained by and inspired by. So hopefully everybody will check out this channel if you haven't already. Let's look at Mr. Fulton Mraz, a very generous creator who always shares for us, first of all. And thank you, Thrill Seeks, for the Twitter, by the way. And thank you for everybody who is doing, who has shared out the stream. Thank you for your kind words, Scratchppa Pete. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz came on to Tuper Chat right from the beginning because he was with me already probably for a year. And on my personal channel as well, was with me as Tuper Chat began and as the idea developed, and has been with us. He's one of the first channels to ever have been featured. Now has 1,900 subscribers, is getting very, very close to the 2,000. That's going to be right around the corner. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. RIP Skeletons Graveyard Explorers, good to see you here. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. You guys know I can certainly talk, and I got into quite a long speech there. And thank you one more time, Mr. Fulton Mraz, for your membership again. I really do appreciate that. Is it bad to aggressively grow or not? No, it's not that. That's the thing. When I talk about the idea of aggressively growing, what I'm specifically usually speaking about is the idea of like what we're doing here in Tuper Chat, right? You should be able to meet anywhere from 8 to 10 people per hour here in Tuper Chat at the most. If you're meeting more than that, it's way too fast, right? There are lots of other live streams, hundreds of them, maybe thousands, where you can meet other creators the same way that we do here in Tuper Chat, that have much more, they're not as strict, let's just say. And the focus is not necessarily put on the relationships that are built between creators as much as just growing rapidly, right? So it's something to consider. And forgive me for being so careful about the way that I talk, but you know, there's all kinds of different mentalities behind creators connecting with each other and growing their channels and things like that. When I talk about be careful about growing too aggressively, what I mean is be careful about grabbing too many people too aggressively to try to swap subscriptions with, right? That's something that can lead to a lot of, you know, purging and glitching and everything else with YouTube. And the other thing too is, if you gain too many subscribers that are really never going to come back and watch any of your content or any of your live streams or anything like that, my guess is that you will be disappointed with the income that rolls through your channel when you eventually get monetized. So I would rather see everybody take a little bit longer if you have to. I'm not saying it's necessary, and build a more strong and solid foundation like we're talking about, so that when the day comes that you get monetized, you're not waiting months to get your first $100 so that you can get paid, because that's a thing, and we see that happen all the time as well. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that either. It's not a race. It's not one channel compared to the other, this and that. My wish is for you to get everything that you want out of YouTube, and my job here is just to try to share information as it comes in. I like to learn as well so that we can all make the best decisions for our channels and get everything that we all want out of YouTube. And then Diana Brienne Fairchild, do I have any idea why we get unsubscribed from channels we go to regularly? Had this happen often? So I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you very much. It's a great question. As a matter of fact, just last week, I think it was, we showed again for the second time. I've been living with my girlfriend, who's in the chat with us, Kristen Welton, as a member and a moderator for close to 5 years now. We're actually coming up on 5 years that we've been living together. And twice, 6 months ago and again last week, we woke up and she was not subscribed to my personal channel or Tuper Chat. So if that is not the most ridiculous thing, then I don't know what is. Not to mention, so it's one thing to say you go to a channel regularly. Kristen is here for almost every single live stream for hours at a time. Just on Tuper Chat, never mind my own personal channel, and as a moderator and as a member, and wasn't subscribed. So when I talk about YouTube and it's purging and it's glitching and everything else, I know I look at it kind of comedically, but it is really something else. And I can't do anything but shake my head at wondering why it doesn't work. I don't know why they won't just call the people at Twitter and Facebook and ask them how to get everything working. Please. But anyway, hopefully everybody is, other than that, doing okay. Meeting new friends and family members. And thank you very much, everybody, for engaging the conversation today. I was hoping we could get into a little bit more detail and things that might hopefully be helpful or, as a minimum, inspiring. But thank you, everybody, for the positivity in the chat. Yeah, and that's just random, Thrill Seeks. It's ridiculous. Like, and we haven't seen very many times where I've gone to channels here. When I put them on the screen, we'll put Artfully Blind with Diana up right now, and we'll see that she's subscribed, just like every other channel I've put up today. But we have seen, and it's only about 1 out of 1,000. It's not 1 out of 100. Certainly not, because that would be too common, right? But you know, every couple of weeks we see a channel come through that I'm sure, or I know I was subscribed to, and ends up not being subscribed. It is quite rare for Tuper Chat, but it's also different because I connect a little bit differently than what we're talking about. I tell everybody here we have to be watching 3, 4, 5-minute videos. I watch 10-minute videos most of the time. I do a lot of commenting. I always leave 3 full sentences. Usually I leave things that are very generic, and it's not that I mean to, but I race through it. You know, keep up the great work, looking forward to more of your videos and things like that. Hopefully you do a better job than I do. But again, it's nobody's fault. Kristen does as well as I do, if not better, when it comes to being out commenting. She watches a lot more videos than I do. She watches videos, whereas I run a lot of videos. I might, if I'm strapped for time, I will make a playlist. I will comment on all the videos and I will run the playlist, as opposed to sitting and watching every second of every video. This is how I can get through 175 videos a week, usually, and 10 to 20 live streams per day because I only hang out for about 16 minutes. Most of you know that because you've seen me do it. But it is just random. You know, the purging and the glitching that goes on with YouTube is not anybody's fault. It's them doing it. All we can do is as much as we possibly can for each other to try to slow it down. Oh, wow. YT told you in December that you actually had 26, but they took them from you. They only said they were spam, but they don't think that is so. They call spam a lot of different things. YouTube doesn't give us a lot of very clear answers on a lot of different things. Yeah, Fulton Mraz saying he lost 10 people today. Even Tuper Chat, it says it lost 4 people. So it lost 4 plus whatever it gained. But we're also hearing stories lately from lots of creators who say they lose subscribers one day and get them all back the next day. You know, so unless you're going to sit there, you know, and many times a day mark down exactly how many subscribers you have and, you know, who's coming and going and disappearing and this and that. For me, it's way too much to keep up with. And the idea is as long as you're still going to be growing and as long as your idea is you decided not to quit before you started, then the subscriber numbers don't matter as much as we seem to think that they do, right? If you're going to have 10,000 subscribers, then you're going to have them. The only question is how quickly, and we can't really control that. We can learn as much as we can. We can use our best ability. We can improve constantly, and we can do everything we possibly can. But once you've done that, there are other things that are out of our control. We don't own Google. Some of you might if you have stock or something like that, but we cannot influence the decisions that happen behind the scenes with the algorithms. So anyway, it's a thought, but I just don't want anybody getting too beat up about the idea that, you know, you lose subscribers, you wonder if it's your fault and this and that. As long as you're doing as much as you possibly can to support other creators and you know that in the bottom of your heart, then you're doing the right thing. The only other thing I suggest to everybody is to get conversations started with people before you connect. So when you see somebody brand new come into Tuper Chat, don't necessarily jump right on them because they're brand new. Feel them out a little bit, like make sure, because we can't control every person who comes in. They may not be of the same mentality of give much more than you expect to receive. A lot of creators come through here, say one thing and leave. Even more come through, don't say anything at all and leave. And my analytics tell me that. It's not for everybody, you know, and that's something to keep in mind as well. And then, forgive me, I'm getting into these long speeches. Happy Jur is in the house. My dear friend Happy Lux with a second channel. Happy Jur allows people to connect in their live streams the same way that we do here and has been with me for well beyond a year now as a dear friend. Get you right onto the wheel because he is a moderator with us as well. Princess Beyond Passions can't keep up with the number disappearing. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but it's something to think about, right? While you're connecting with people as well, is to, if not get a conversation started like I talk about, just have a look, right? I try to warn everybody in the chat a little bit by saying, if you're brand new, channels that have been here many times before will not come to you right away. That's really a message for everybody in the chat. To just be mindful about the fact that if somebody comes in, you want to like just see how they interact. If somebody's been to Tuper Chat before and is a loyal and dedicated supporter to other people, chances are they will be saying hello to 3, 4, or 5 people as soon as they walk in the door, even if you haven't seen them before. They'll be having conversations with the moderators, like Scratch and Pete does a fantastic job of welcoming people. Michael's Adventures does the same thing. If you see people talking to moderators, they've probably been here before, or at least they know those moderators from outside. They already know the game. It's just a thought. Again, I'm not even saying I'm right. Something to just think about. Artfully Blind with Diane is getting very close to 3,000 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. Let's look at Happy Jur right now. Look at that luck. Again, as soon as I put him on the wheel, he comes right up. Oh, I misspelled it, so of course it doesn't want to come up properly. Extra P in there. This is the second channel from my dear friend Happy Lux, and I will show you the other channel in a second as well, where you can connect with people the same way that we do here in Tuper Chat. And then Yeah, leaving genuine comments is important. Arlette and I, good to see you here. Is that Arlette and I? Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I got to get some more names onto our wheel, so I'll do that in another couple of moments here. For all the talking I'm doing today, I feel like I'm not screaming. Khalid, delicious food. Yes, someday maybe we can have a tea together. That would be wonderful. So this is Happy Jur. This is where my dear friend Happy Lux is able to... he does a lot of video game live streaming on that channel, but allows people to connect the same way that we do here sometimes. And then as well with Happy Lux, with 15,000 subscribers. This is a dear friend of mine, and Happy Lux runs another live stream where you can connect very much in the same way that we do here. He usually has music going, a video game on the screen at the same time as people are connecting in the chat, and it's quite a party over there. So it's a lot more fast-paced, but similar. And Happy Lux is somebody who's been responsible for Tuper Chat gaining hundreds of friends and family members, and myself personally. Kitty Mom Crochet, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And we've already looked at that channel, so I won't put it up again, but I do appreciate the super chat. And again, Kitty Mom Crochet is the generous creator who will be interviewing me this Wednesday at noon on her channel. And then there you go. Yes, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. It's always good to welcome people and things like that. Extend the time, says Khalid, delicious food. Haven't seen Amanda. Yeah, she has been around. She was actually in my live stream earlier today. You know, like all creators, things interfere with our schedules. Hoops Family Network has 2,000 subscribers now. So they are also as busy as you would imagine. One of the things that I point out to people all the time is like what they're talking about. Amanda from the Hoops Family Network is somebody who I've been connected to for about 1.5 years now. She is one of the original. She is the original person who introduced me to the small YouTuber community, if you want to call it that. And I only use those words because it's such a popular term, right? But this is a creator who's been with me from the beginning. I was already on YouTube for a couple of years, but not doing what we're doing here. And it was her introducing me to a lot of other generous creators that inspired the idea that maybe I can do Tuber Chat, similar to Happy Lux, similar to lots of other live streams that are out there, with the mentality that we will have a true community of friends who are more focused on the relationship of the creators than the content of the videos, and therefore will support each other for the long term. So the sad thing about it is this: the people who are the closest to you and the people who are going to help you the most, as time goes on, you're going to probably, I'm not saying for sure, see them a little bit less and less. So for somebody like the Hoops Family Network, we used to be in each other's live streams every day. But now we both have over 2,000 subscribers, and that's just on one channel. She's got another channel going, I've got another channel going, and this and that, right? And you see each other less and less. It becomes like once a week. Sometimes it becomes once a month. Not for everybody, but for some creators, and you can't get upset about it. It's just like in real life. You know, you have some friends that you had in grade school and you don't talk to those people anymore. Maybe you have them on Facebook. You wish them happy birthday once a year, or for some of you who are better than I am at keeping in touch, you might talk to somebody once every few months or something like that. It's okay because you're still friends, and when you start talking to them, you pick up exactly where you left off. You still can comment on each other's videos, you can still watch, you can still like, you're just not necessarily together every single day. And that can be the case. I'm not even saying it will. I'm just saying it's a possibility. But you will gain more and more and more friends. One of the other things that I can mention as well is an idea is when you're here in Tuper Chat or in other live streams that are similar, what will happen is you'll start to, eventually you'll get monetized, you'll have 1,000 subscribers, you'll have 1,500, and you'll move on, and you won't necessarily need what we're doing so much anymore, and that's okay. But the idea is, if you remember, you will find some really wonderful friends that will come out of this. We all find that. I don't imagine anybody doesn't. You will eventually find some really close friends, people you talk to all the time. Happy Lux is one of those people for me, right? Amanda from the Hoops Family Network is one of those people for me. Two Pineapples and I have been talking every week for a month now. And what will happen is, when you eventually think to yourself, gosh, I wish I could find a few more people like that, because the community that surrounds them and becomes another leg of your own community is something you might be looking for again. So it's something just to think about as you continue on, as you get bigger, as you get busy, as your channel gets more and more popular. You always, in my opinion, want to be growing. You always want to be bringing on another, looking for those magical friends that are really going to be the most supportive ones, right? More and more and more. That doesn't have to stop. So, boy, are my speeches long today. Rock Chick Beauty's in the house. That's Ori and Lucy. Thank you for coming in. And then, oh, thank you, Thrill Seeks, for your super chat. Did I miss that? Did I miss a super chat that you gave me earlier in a live stream? I certainly hope I didn't miss that. I wouldn't mean to. You know how terrible I am at keeping up with the chat. I try to get better, but I certainly wouldn't want to have missed that. I'm so sorry if I did. But thank you so much. Thank you for everybody for the kind words in the chat and for the positivity. Pardon me while I am unbelievably behind now. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. As a matter of fact, it's time for me to take a break for a moment, so I'll catch up with the chat. If anybody's mentioned anything, just please be patient with me. Forgive me. Mention it again with 3 thumbs up. I'll catch it the next time around. We're going to take a break for a couple minutes, and we will be back, and we will look at Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. All right, I have filled up the wheel a little bit. Myrtle Plays is back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you here. And then Urbex Investigators, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. So you have to pardon me. I'm just knocking out your messages because we don't do any self-promotion here. I'm just going to ask you for a quick favor to read our video description. It talks about how we connect and how everything works here, how we can feature your channel on the screen and things like that. Everybody is here to connect and support each other. So the idea is, as you connect with people, they'll be going to your channel anyway. So likely, you know, coming in and letting people know to go and check out your channel, you probably won't find that a lot of people will. But as you connect with people, the idea is that you'll find that they'll be going back to your channel again and again and again. Much more than just today. This is Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder with 2,070 or so subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther as well. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is another creator who has been with me for well over a year, both on my personal channel and here on Tuper Chat. Was, as a matter of fact, one of the very first creators to be featured on Tuper Chat on episode number 2. And then thank you so much, Diana Brienne Fairchild. Yes, I appreciate all the positivity in the chat as well. And there, see, Diana Brienne Fairchild has several channels. She's willing to connect on all of those. AAP's Variety Channel, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And like I said, we have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. And then, yes, absolutely, Diana Brienne Fairchild makes a good point. When we're watching videos, we should always be watching videos that are at least 3 minutes long, if not 4, 5, or 6 minutes. Watching a full video, it's not enough just to watch a couple minutes of any video. We want to watch a full video and leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. You don't want to say new friend here from Tuper Chat, because it will probably go to spam and YouTube will probably take your subscription away within the next day or two, and we don't want that for anybody. Very good. And then, yeah, Urbex Investigators, so forgive me. Like I said, I just knocked out those couple of messages, but hopefully other than that, you are feeling welcome. And there's lots of people to connect with here. I just went out on my first and second paranormal investigation the other day, as a matter of fact, as a collaboration in real life with a couple of other creators. Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is the second channel from Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, and I'm hoping everybody will connect with them over there as well. As you can see, they're a generous creator. They do the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time, and Kid Wonder, like I said, is somebody who's been connected to me for far, far longer than Tuper Chat has even existed. So it speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel, of course. And thank you, the How-To Lady. Thank you, everybody, for the kind words in the chat and positivity, of course. Emily Note. Good. Oh, sorry, Any Note. Sorry, I mispronounced that for a second. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. As well, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. And then, yeah, Thrill Seeks, if So if anybody in the chat finds that anybody else is not connecting the right way, or if you're having trouble swapping playlists and stuff like that, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. It's the social network where I'm the most active. And I can reach out to that creator either here in the chat or outside and just try to guide them in the right direction. It's very important that everybody does as much as they can to support other creators while we're connecting, so YouTube doesn't take the subscriptions away. It starts with watching a long video. I say 3 minutes. Better if it's 4, 5, or even 6 minutes. Leaving a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a few sentences related to the content of that video. Put the thumbs up, put the bell on, and subscribe to every creator as you see me do here. And then that will really help. I also recommend taking a second longer video from each creator, adding it into your watch later list so that you can run them through afterwards. And then Myrtle plays the wheel. I know we've talked about it, but the wheel works in order based on who's been here and the most active. So at some point, I'm sure I will get your channel back on the wheel. I did do you the favor of putting you on at the beginning of the live stream the other day because you missed your chance the first time that you were here, but I will be happy to do it. I'm always happy to feature channels, and everybody has the same chance to be featured if that's what they were like. I know not everybody can be here for the entire 2 to 2.5 hours that Tuper Chat live streams. I appreciate every moment that everybody's here, but again, I use the robot to control the list in which I pick names from to go on the wheel. That is Bottissimo. It's a free tool. Actually, I don't know if it's free because I pay for a version of it that's $5. I don't know if that is included or not. You'll have to look that up, but Bottissimo does a spectacular job of keeping track not only of the chat, it keeps track of everything that goes through the chat, keeps track of how long everybody's here, how many messages are left, and all that stuff. And it comes up with its own point system, and then you are able to go back. Even if people have come in and deleted messages, as long as the message came through the first time, it's still there. So God forbid you have trolling or any of that other stuff, you can go back and you can pick out words to add into your banned words list and stuff like that, so you don't have to deal with the same stuff too often. And that can really help. I love these robots. I use 4 different ones so that if, God forbid, one of them goes down one day, like Bottissimo did not work one day, so I was lucky to have the other ones to fill in the blanks. Deborah, Finney, Spirit, Orbs, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video descriptions, you'll find our yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And yes, Mr. Fulton Mraz, the cat's around here, but he's a little bit rambunctious today. He's actually scratching stuff right now, and I'm going to have to try to put that to an end. And then, yes, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Everybody, please watch videos that are at least 3 minutes long. You should be able to connect with up to 8 to 10 creators per hour here at the most. If you're connecting with more than that, it is too fast, and YouTube will take your subscribers away within the next day or two, and we don't want anybody to have to go through that. Very important to follow the full procedure. Think about it this way. I know you have to do it 1,000 times, but you only have to do it once, right? And you're not going to have to do that for all your first 1,000 subscribers. You're going to have organic growth as well. But let's say a few hundred or even more than a few hundred, you have to do this full procedure. You don't have to do it again. Once it's done, it's done. Hopefully you continue to support everybody once in a while, but you certainly don't have to go through the process that we do here over and over and over again. And Kitty Mom Crochets is being rambunctious as well. I did see you've got some videos there of your little friend, which is great. Sorry, I might have missed you, Mr. Plushfids. Thank you so much for the time that you've spent. I appreciate it. This is Mo's 6510 models. They have 4,850 subscribers, so they are just moving along fantastically. But hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. We'll push them a little bit farther. They will soon have 4,900 and be officially on the road to 5K, which is quite an accomplishment. So they also have engaging content on their channel, and hopefully everybody will connect if you haven't already. And then, no, Diana Brienne Fairchild, if people are watching videos that are 15 seconds or 30 seconds, like short videos, the connection likely will not stick. So if you want to, you can let me know if there are particular creators doing that here in the or on Instagram, if you can reach out to me, or on another social network, and then I can reach out to them and try to guide them in the right direction. Most often, it's just a misunderstanding. You know, not everybody listens to every word that I say. I know that already. Some people are, you know, doing what they got to do. They can't have the volume up and this and that. And not everybody reads as much as I beg everybody to read the video description. I actually wish that everybody would read it once a week. So even if you've been here before, just in case I update it with new information or if we change the procedure and stuff like that. But once a week is enough. You don't have to read it every day, but I would appreciate it. And anybody that's brand new, it's the best idea, because that's how you'll find the most success here in Tuper Chat. After 170 episodes now, I've tuned that description up so that it can give you the best chance for success at maximum speed here in Tuper Chat as well, so you don't lose your subscribers. And then just saying with TD, so here in Tuper Chat, we do visit right away. What happens is, you know, I know you're mentioning to people come and get you and you'll get them back. But here in Tuper Chat, you probably won't find a lot of success that way, because here the idea is you're expected to go and support other creators first. The best success is found in making the first move, and then other creators will come back and get you afterwards. It works the opposite of a lot of live streams. And then Z3540 Mods, thank you for coming in. I've seen you before. Forgive me, it's been a little while, but thank you for coming back in, and thank you for the kind words. And then, forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Auntie Mama's Kitchen says, why does YouTube stop you from connecting on other channels, saying you have too many subs? Only a few members from 1K. I ran into that a while ago with Tuper Chat, and I think it's because I was being so aggressive. Like, I am literally subscribed to thousands of channels now between Tuper Chat and my personal channel as well. I think part of the purging that YouTube is doing is almost in a roundabout sort of way helping that, because if you have, we forget, but some creators quit. Right? We hope it's a small percentage. I never want to wish that on anybody, but, you know, people have to do what's right for them. Sometimes people just stop producing content, and that's fine. You have a lot of fake accounts that are out there. You have a lot of people doing like sub for sub activity. They've got lots of accounts, and they're like, here, I'll give you 5 bananas, you know, if you watch my video and stuff like that. And that can be something that you have to clean up later. You will also find a lot of creators when you're in your starting stages. I hope it's not so much when you're here in Tuper Chat as much as other live streams, but you will find people who will connect with you and never, ever, ever come back and watch another video or comment or like or anything like that. And you'll know, you'll remember 6 months later, you'll be like, you know, this person never came back and this and that. In that case, then when you hit the wall and YouTube says you cannot subscribe to any more people, I would start clearing out a few that you know are not coming back. You can go through people's content and you can see if they haven't posted in 6 months or 9 months. You can see if you'll know whether they've been in your live streams or commented on your videos or anything else. That goes for everybody. You know what I mean? So it's something that happens. I hit the wall a couple of months ago, and surprisingly haven't hit it again, even though you all see when we're here on the live stream, whenever we have new channels come through, I'm usually subscribing to 3, 4, or 5 channels every day here myself, not including who I meet outside in other live streams. I don't do a lot of fishing anymore. Because what usually happens is, like an example, Kitty Mom Crochet. I can go into her live stream because she knows me from here. She will say, oh, Tuper Chat is a great channel for you to grow. She'll recommend it to everybody in the chat, and I will get a warm welcome and end up gaining more subscribers from Kitty Mom Crochet, for instance. And this has happened with lots of channels. If I've been in your live stream, you've probably already benefited my channel, like Tuper Chat, by recommending and giving me extra subscribers from the kind words that everybody seems to be saying out there. And forgive me, I don't want to self-indulge. You get what I'm saying, though. This can happen to everybody. organic growth will help. And I think it's a ratio. I've heard that there's a hard limit of like 2,000 or something like that, but I don't know if I buy that because I'm still subscribing to more channels and I haven't hit the wall yet again in the last 3 months. And I didn't clear out a lot of channels either, so just a thought. There's a lot of growth streams out there, Diana, Brienne, Fairchild, but it changes, right? Some of the older ones aren't doing it anymore. There's always new people starting new ones and this and that. There's always other places. What I recommend for everybody is always to start a conversation with people no matter where you are before you connect, so that you're not jumping right on people and getting creators that aren't going to support with loyalty and dedication. Diana Brienne Fairchild on this channel has 13,000 subscribers. She's actually got several channels, so hopefully everybody will rally around her and push her a little bit farther. And there's obviously much to be learned from this creator with her experience and history on YouTube, as well as entertained and inspired by. And then Just Saying with TD is also willing to swap playlists. So if anybody is willing to swap, then please just mention it in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. Rock Chick Beauty, thank you so much for your super chat, and forgive my delay. For that reason, I'll just put your channel up right now. This is Oriane Lucy, our dear friend, and I'm happy to see you moving along so quickly, as a matter of fact. So Oriane Lucy had a channel hacked and stolen not too long ago and had to start over from scratch. So you can see that she's doing okay now, already well beyond the 100 subscribers that she was aiming for. So that's good news, and she's a dear friend to Tuper Chat, somebody who allows you to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuper Chat as well. So one of the things we got to think about, it's not just about the comments that we're leaving. It's not enough to leave a good comment for somebody. We all know how to do that, but you must be watching videos that are at least 3 minutes. If you're watching shorter videos, then it is, yeah, thank you. If you're watching videos that are shorter, like for instance, literally shorts videos, chances are YouTube will probably take your subscribers tomorrow or the next day. We see it all the time. Can people still subscribe if somebody doesn't have content? You certainly can. I can't guarantee, of course, that the subscription's going to stick. One thing you can do for any creator that has it available is anybody under 1,000 subscribers is you can leave a comment on their discussion tab. Let me just look and see if I've done that. Yeah, I've done one here for Oriane Lucy on Rock Chick Beauty, this channel right here. Even channels with no content have that available. So that's a thought. You can subscribe. You may or may not be able to put the bell on, but you can certainly leave a comment on their discussion tab, and that might help. Oh, Bonnie got knits and more. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Deborah Finney, Spirit Orbs, it sounds like me when you say you never stop talking. I already did this for an hour earlier today, and then there's 2 hours of this where I don't stop talking, and the speeches are long today. You know, I love this stuff. I really do. I'm sure all of you can hear that coming through. And Angel Downstairs Rachel, by the way, thank you for coming in if you're still here. I did see you say that you were coming by quickly. You've been busy, but it's great to have you here. Sing a song, Khalid Delicious Food. I think you're getting me to step way out of my element there. You don't want that. I'll let me spin a Oh, and thank you so much, the how-to lady. Let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I'll tell you a very quick story. I'll try to make it quick. In 1996, I remember the year very well, I worked on a cruise ship for a summer, and I was the DJ. I used to be a DJ for like 25 years here in the Toronto area, which is close to me, where I grew up and all this. Anyway, so for a summer, I worked as a DJ on a cruise ship, and it was cool. It was amazing, as incredible as you can imagine. But one of the things was we had other responsibilities. So I'd have to do things like play shuffleboard or host the game. I'd have to host some trivia. I'd have to host karaoke and things like that. And for any of you who have ever been out to a place doing karaoke, you'll often find that the host will say, please somebody come up here and sing because you don't want to listen to me sing all night. And I was telling everybody the same thing. Please, I'm begging you, for all of our benefit, somebody's got to take over so I don't have to sing. Because if nobody's going to do it, as a host of a karaoke, you have to sing. To try to motivate people and stuff like that. It was kind of funny, but I never want to relive that memory. The only song I'll sing is from Two Pineapples, You Spin Me Right Round, from Dead or Alive. But I don't know if Kristen will appreciate that. This is Kristen Welton here. Did I already look at her channel? I think I did, right? I looked at her channel already today. I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes I forget to take channels off the wheel too. Purple Tube, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. If anybody has mentioned anything that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again. I'll appreciate your patience. Put 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message, and it should help me catch it a little bit easier. So Priscilla XO, I thought we were already connected, as a matter of fact. I know it's your first time in our live stream. I hope you're still here. Yes. It looks like you might be. I'm going to refresh my list in a minute. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we met outside or not, and I could be wrong. But it's great to have you here. So since you're a new connection, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So I'm going to take your 10-minute video here, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. In the next 24 hours, I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and I will give you a thumbs up. Of course, I'll subscribe, turn the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. And then we will be connected, and it should stick. And hopefully you're subscribed to Tuper Chat now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'll spin one more time, and I will get another couple of names on the wheel here. Inspiring Charm. It's been quite a while. I wonder if Inspiring Charm is still here. They are an incredibly supportive creator. I see them out supporting other people all the time. With 1,100 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Officially monetized. Inspiring Charm, I wonder if you are still here. Oh, maybe they're not. Okay, we'll just look at this quickly. I can't remember for the life of me if I actually made their monetization celebration. Today, ProTech Sports Network, who was here with us, had a monetization celebration, and I was lucky to catch that. If anybody here, if you get monetized, please make sure that I know. And, I try to attend everybody's monetization celebration if I can. It seems like we're in a different one every single week. So even though we talk about the purging and the glitching that's going on, people are still growing, and we see that all the time. So let me see what I can do here about adding a few more names to the wheel. It's going to take me a second. Let's look at Princess Beyond Passion. Sorry, Princess Beyond Passions. While I refresh my list, and I will refill the wheel. But I'm going to move a lot faster now because we've been on for 2 hours. $337 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther on their road to 400. Oh, it's interesting that you say that. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs. You're saying you've been trying to make a banner, but it only shows up as, or turns out as a thumbnail. So the reason that that happens, likely, I'm assuming that the reason that you're having that problem is it's supposed to. When people watch your channel on a television, the banner is actually the same format and size and aspect ratio of a thumbnail. So your banner looks like a thumbnail. And typically what will happen is when we look at somebody like Princess Beyond Passions here, all the important information is set in this special rectangle. I don't know if they used a Canva template for this or something else. But you see how there's a lot of empty space on the left side and just a pattern on the right side? Banners are designed to be looked at on all the different types of devices that we use. So phones, tablets, landscape, portrait mode, computers, televisions. And that's something that we forget sometimes, is that people are sometimes watching YouTube on a television. But that's the reason. So if you set up a live stream, for instance, and you do not add a thumbnail, YouTube automatically puts your banner as the thumbnail for that video. That's part of the reason why it's in that aspect ratio. So it may not be a problem. It might be what is meant to happen. And thank you so much, Khalid Delicious Food, for the kind words. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, thank you for coming in. That's a creator that has a loyal and dedicated community around them, because when they've been in Tuper Chat before, for a couple of live streams afterwards, people have said, I wonder if Jesse Miller is coming. So thank you for coming back in. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members while you're here. Let me see what I can do about getting a couple more names onto the wheel. Now, like I said, I'm going to start rifling through channels. We'll get Auntie Mama's Kitchen up here. Bonnie Got Knits and More. Deborah Finney Does Orbs. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. I know you just came in, but you have had influence on a few people that have been here, so I want to make sure we have a look at your channel. Purple Tube is here with us often. Let's get you up onto the wheel. And our featured channel for today, by the way, is Holly's Hobby House, who's still with us. She's a supportive creator as well, who I've seen out supporting others, and for that reason was featured today more than anything else. And let's say that's it. So I've got these channels on the screen. I mean on the wheel. We'll get another one on the screen right now as I spin. And I'm going to move a lot faster now. So let's say a channel a minute. Let's look at Bonnie Got Knits and More. With 455 subscribers, she's actually doing very well. Officially on the road to 500. She'll soon be halfway to the magical 1K that we all look forward to. Since you're a new connection for Tuper Chat, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So I'm going to take one of your videos, this 10-minute one, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list in the next 24 hours. I will watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video, and then I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators, and then we will be connected. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuper Chat now and you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then thank you, thank you, Khalid Delicious Food. Again, Cooking with Miss Brown is coming up right now. I thought I just, we ran into each other. I think she was out supporting another creator in another live stream right before we came in here. I forget if it was It's Your Boy Leo or if it was something else. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that. The days start to blend into each other for me once in a while with all the YouTube live streams and stuff like that. But I know this is a supportive creator, not to mention, excuse me, she's back with us here in Tuper Chat again and again. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. She's got 711 subscribers right now, which is an interesting number. But hopefully we'll push her a little bit farther on the road towards the 800 that she's thinking about. Bonnie Got Knits and More, it's my pleasure having your channel up there for a second, and I'm happy that we'll be connected now. And other than that, hopefully everybody is having a good time meeting new friends and family members. So even though we're getting close to the end of today's live stream, I'm hoping we'll catch a few people on the replay. So if you have the ability to share it out, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. And then if you haven't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate it as well. Just saying with TD, I'm going to get your channel on here as well. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here and see what's happening. There's a couple of things you can do to support the channel, Tuper Chat in particular, and one of those things is to support our members because they support the channel financially, and then as well our moderators because they volunteer their time and help have the chat run smoothly so that I can do what I'm doing here. For those of you who live stream, you can imagine what life would be like without anybody helping you moderate a chat. It would just be a nightmare. We wouldn't be able to do it, to be honest with you. So one of the things you can do if you haven't already connected to people like Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures, I thought Corinne's Life was in here earlier. I could be wrong. Kristen Welton, Kira Welton are both in here. Hopefully you'll connect with them. They have all been with Tuper Chat for a long time. Purple Tube has 1,700 subscribers. Hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther and get her rolling towards the 1,800 that we know she's thinking about. And hopefully other than that, everybody's doing okay as well. There's another exciting project. So I'm working on something. It's experimental, but we'll give it a good go and see what happens. I've got, you see Stream Elements has been dropping the link occasionally, and I put a community post out yesterday. But I'm releasing some copyright-free music that everybody can use in their YouTube videos. And it's the same stuff that you actually hear in the background here at Tuper Chat that I've been using for the last several months. I'm making all that music available to everybody, and it's very easy to obtain. So, just saying with TD, again, you are a new connection for Tuper Chat, so I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take your latest video here, it's 10 minutes, I'm going to add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list in the next 24 hours. I will watch your video in full. I'll give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, of course. And I will subscribe and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. And then we will be connected. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuper Chat as well. And you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So Lil Red and Bunny Tracks just walked in. That's a creator that's actually got a couple of channels. We featured their other channel, TWTTV, just a couple of weeks ago. But Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is also going to be featured next week on Saturday. So I'll give you a little bit of advance notice on that one. I've already got that picked out. And then as well, we've got a couple of other popular channels. The How To Lady, who's been here with us today, will be featured next Friday. And today's Holly's Hobby House as our featured channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. The reason I feature channels is so that you can be introduced to some very loyal, dedicated, and generous creators, and then have opportunity to continue connecting with people even when we're not live streaming. There are over 150 channels, I believe, that have been featured out of our 170 episodes across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, so that, like I said, you can continue to meet loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. This is Jesse Miller Unboxings and More with well over 1,000 subscribers. They've got it nice and locked in. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel and push them just a little bit farther as well. They'll soon have 1,100. Mark McEwen, thanks for hanging out still. Let me get your channel up here. And hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. I know that Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has a loyal and dedicated community around them, because as soon as they ended up coming in, I think I actually had somebody say they were here from Jesse Miller before Jesse Miller even came in. And then for a couple of live streams after the last time they were there, they were asking, I wonder if Jesse Miller's coming in. So luckily you're back. It is locked in, I'm sure. Once you have over 1,010, for most people, that should be enough to keep it locked in. But for yourself in particular, because of the things I just said, I expect that you're probably well good to go. How are your hours, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More? And then Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, yes. I'm just gonna ask you a favor, just don't yell. If you I don't know if you know how to mention people. It's not so easy on a phone as it is on a computer, but if you put a @ symbol and then spell their name perfectly, you can mention them, and then it highlights their name. Better than using caps. This is Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs right now, as a matter of fact, and this is a new connection for Tuper Chat. So again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to take one of your latest videos here, this 12-minute one, and add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, of course. Subscribe and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators, and then we will be connected. Hopefully you're also subscribed to Tuper Chat now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Pardon me a little bit, and thank you Khalid Delicious Food again for the kind words. Let's spin and we'll see who's coming up next. Auntie Mama's Kitchen. So, I'm not sure if Auntie Mama's Kitchen is still with us. We'll have to look in the chat. Should be. We didn't put little red and bunny tracks up yet. Auntie Mama's Kitchen. Tuper Chat is not connected. That is impossible. We see each other in live streams almost every day. So I don't know if this is something where maybe we were not connected in the first place, or I would certainly love to think that this is something where YouTube has taken our connection. But I'm going to make sure that it's redone right now. I have run into Auntie Mama's Kitchen in other people's live streams probably 100 times. So I have a hard time believing that we were not originally connected. I'm looking for a 10-minute video, but I'm just going to take something close. Anything under 20 minutes is good enough. Anything of any size is good enough, but as long as I always watch things that are over 10 minutes when I connect here. Everybody knows that. See, there's a lot of it. You have a lot of videos and a lot of live streams. Here, I'll take this 19-minute one and I'll add that into my watch later list. So we'll make sure that our connection is solid. Like I say, for everybody, I will go through that video. I'll watch it in full. I'll give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and we will be connected either for the first time, or I would like to think again, and then Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuper Chat and you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Forgive me about your hours. You got monetized a few weeks ago, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. Forgive me if I didn't already know that or if I had forgotten. I may have already known. But thank you for letting me know. And forgive me, I know I missed something in the chat. Somebody was mentioning watch hours as well. Amazing channels over the past month. Thank you, Sherry, Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC. Oh, here we go. Sorry, Emotion asks, when it states hours watched, is that actually hours? Do you convert that to minutes? I would convert to minutes, but I have to, for the life of me, I can't not think about which exact analytic you might be looking at, if it is in the computer or if it's on the phone. But when it comes to getting monetized, just in case that's where you're headed with the idea, the only number that matters is on your monetization tab, which is, I don't know if you can look at that on the phone. In the computer, it is on the left-hand side with everything else, monetization. There's two dials. One of them tells you when you have 1,000 subscribers. The other one tells you when you have 4,000 hours of public watch time. That number is the only number because the other ones fluctuate. They're always estimates anyway, and we always see our numbers go up and down in YouTube purges and glitches and all the other things that we say all the time, both with likes, views, and hours. So, we want to always be mindful when you're aiming for monetization at looking at that monetization number. The number on the dial is the one that matters. One thing that we don't take into consideration sometimes is the term is public watch hours. Any videos that are unlisted or private will not count. And if you delete any videos, you lose the watch hours for those as well. Now, you only have to have 4,000 hours or 240,000 minutes for the last 365 days. It goes by day, just so that you keep that in mind. And chances are you're doing better with hours today than you were 364 days ago. So we put a lot of focus on our dates, but they really, in my opinion, don't matter. You get there when you get there, right? As long as you keep going. JD Knight 7 is in the house. And thank you for coming in. Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Yes, Auntie Mama's Kitchen is an extremely loyal and dedicated supporter. This is her first time in a Tuber Chat live stream, but like I said, we run into each other all the time. I have a hard time believing that we weren't already connected. That could be a situation where it's possible. I'm only saying it's possible. Either we didn't connect in the first place and just keep running into each other, or it's possible that we connected, but because you haven't been in Tuber Chat yet, it may have taken our subscription away. If I haven't come by and watched any videos in a long time, which I'm sure I have not, then that also is a reason for it, right? So you're seeing an example of it maybe right there. Unfortunately, we never have a positive, perfect answer. When it comes to this stuff, it's always guessing. Life with Rose and Ann is here. I've got you on the wheel as well. I'm going to start rifling through these channels. Mark McEwen comes to us from Two Pineapples. So as you can see right here, they're actually subscribed to many more creators than are subscribed to them. They're a new friend to Tuber Chat. We are connected, but I hope everybody will rally around this channel. We know that for channels that are under 100 subscribers, the YouTube algorithms are hitting them the hardest with the purging and the glitching that we keep talking about. So Mark McEwen is a loyal and dedicated supporter. I run into them all the time, particularly over at Two Pineapples. So I hope everybody will connect with them and we'll get them rolling on the road to their first 100. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to everybody. Oh, Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs. I've watched my own videos over, particularly because I want to relive the experience. I have some, I have a lot of music, but that's, done deliberately. And then I have, some flight lessons that were very cool. Sometimes I just go back and I just watch, like I've done videos with other people, members of my family. I did one with my nephew, did one with my son. I've done them with Kira, with Kristen, and I've done some collaborations. I enjoy going back and watching a little bit just for the sake of watching, to be honest with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Mark Mangui, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time and meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Let's spin. Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is another channel here from TWTTV. They were recently featured just a couple of weeks ago, and Lil Red and Bunny Tracks is going to be featured next weekend. As a matter of fact, we'll get a much better look at this channel. This is a loyal and dedicated supporter who comes back to Tuber Chat and is a great example of how a creator can come in with two different channels, treat them separately, and benefit everybody with both of them. Here's Life with Rose and Ann. 901 subscribers, is officially on the road to 1K. So it's right around the corner for her. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel as well. Help her keep that 900 locked in. Get her a little bit farther. And yeah, Mark McEwen, my pleasure having your channel up there. One of the things that's a struggle when you're growing is, I'm not kidding about YouTube hitting channels with less than 100 the hardest, right? So we've got like one channel, I think you're subscribed to them there, is Calming Mind Meditations. They had the longest struggle getting to the first 100, but they finally got there. We see channels grow all the time, but it's just something to be mindful of. So while you're connecting with people, I put a lot of focus on feeling out the creators with conversations to check the validity, whether they're going to be genuine before you connect with them. But that can really help, especially in that position when you're aiming for your first 100. Oh, that's not, yeah, yeah, thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. They're just talking about, can they join, like, can they either be a part of the chat or get on the screen, probably. That's okay. So Life with Rose and Ann, hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. They're here with us almost every live stream as well. JD Knight 7 is another creator that's been with Tuber Chat from the beginning. Has been previously featured months and months and months ago. Shay's Journey's in the house. Thank you for coming in. Always good to see you here. And JD Knight 7 has over 3,000 subscribers. So it looks like they've got it locked in. This is what I'm saying. Once you have about 10 over the mark, you should be okay. And obviously JD Knight 7 is strong and solid. They've been with Tuber Chat since the beginning. I've probably been connected with them for a year before Tuber Chat even existed. So it speaks volumes about the creator behind the channel, of course, right? And hopefully everybody will rally around him, get him moving, so that we can make sure, first of all, that that 3,000 is locked in and get him rolling on the road to the 3,100 that he'll be thinking about. And I'm just looking for what we're going to do for a raid. Pardon me for 1 second. Okay, pardon me for that. I was just talking to Kristen for a second. Hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay. MSK Family Vlogs is in the house. Thank you for coming in. keep rifling through these channels. Yeah, there you go, JD Knight 7, pacing yourself, no hurry. Yes, if you decided not to quit before you started, then I know we want it to be as fast as we can, but the numbers don't matter. You're going to get there. You know, it's going to take how long it takes, right? As long as you keep improving, as long as you're always doing right by everybody you come across, you know, so that you can get that support back, then eventually you will get, hopefully, everything you want out of YouTube. That's what we're here for, is to hope to push everybody in that direction. Arlette and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I certainly hope that I am, but you're a new connection for Tuper Chat, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to look for one of your latest videos that has hopefully 10 minutes or longer. 14. I've got a perfect one here. I will add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I will watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up. I'll subscribe and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuper Chat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly. MSK Family Vlogs is a dynamic family of creators. They have been a loyal, dedicated, and generous supporter of Tuper Chat for a long time now. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. They've got their 1100 probably nice and locked in, and hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther. And MSK Family Vlogs, I'm just curious how your hours are. Hopefully we can help you with that. If you're not already at the 4,000. And then again, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Did I miss Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC? I think we looked at it. I think we looked at this channel early in the live stream. I would hate to make the mistake if we didn't. And I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. So forgive me for that. But Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC gave us a super chat, and I certainly don't want to have forgotten that. Phasio to Phase King, thanks for coming in. And with 277 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. She will soon be at 300. So MSK Family Vlogs only needs 1,000 more hours. Very, very cool. And dropping a link in the chat right now. We'll do a Tuber Chat raid. Kristen Welton has a premiere coming up right now. So we'll head over there. She wasn't going to premiere it, but she decided to premiere it. I offered to let her do it earlier, or to have her do it, and we would rate it. So she's going to do it. It's coming up in a few minutes, but we've still got a few minutes to go here. Of course, the chat will continue so that everybody can clean up their connections, and you'll be free to connect in Kristen's premiere in the live chat there as well, if you would like to. We're looking at Shay's Journey. This is another loyal, dedicated, and generous supporter of Tuber Chat. It's been with us for a long, long time. 1,600 subscribers. It's been a little while, I think, since I've looked at this channel. But 1,640 or so. Hopefully we can push her a little bit farther towards 1,700. I'm happy to see you moving along so nicely. Phasio to Phase King, we will look at very, very quickly. And then I should have pinned that comment. I'll pin the link that I dropped. And then just please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over there. That's Kristen Welton's premiere. So it's not a very long one. It's only about 5 minutes anyway. So hopefully everybody will head over there. We can continue connecting, and we'll support Kristen, and I'll thank everybody for that. And I try to raid every day. Try to. If I can find somebody. FaZe Yoda. FaZe Yoda, FaZe King. 2,320 or so subscribers. This channel is moving along nicely. This is a fairly new connection for Tuper Chat. They only found us a little while ago, but it's good to have you back. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel as well. So forgive me, everybody. We're wrapping up. That's the last channel that we're going to look at for today. We will be back tomorrow and on Monday. The live streams are already set and scheduled. Hopefully you have our notification bell on so you don't miss them anyway. But if you want, you can head to the front page and get notified about them individually as well. Hopefully everybody will keep an eye on our community tab, because I post about 6 times a day on average. And there's always information there, including whatever else I've got coming up. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent. I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here in Tuper Chat. Red Hot Reactions, thank you for coming in. Forgive us, you just caught us just as we're heading out. So I'm just going to drop the link one more time. We will head over and do a quick raid. But this chat will continue on for another few minutes so that everybody can clean up their connections. So thank you once again, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.